Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to something I kind of wanted to do ever since I played F91. In the description of the video, I was going to put a little give to each of the types for Gundam F90, but I decided instead I would make this little video. Okay, now the Gundam F90A it stands for Gundam Formula 90 Assault Type. It's long range, like I said in the video. The pack is all of the little hookups to its hands and legs and the big pack on its shoulder. All of that is all thrusters and movement stuff. Some of the weapons it gets later. It will get the machine cannons on its shoulder, on its jetpack on its shoulders. It has a machine cannon, or the machine gun. It also has a beam cannon, which is also on the jetpack. It also has hooked up to the pack on the back a beam bazooka, kind of like the hyper bazooka that the Doms have. Though in that game it's called a beam launcher, but it's a mega beam bazooka, whatever. Yeah. It was made for staying away from the enemy and launching attacks at range. Like I said in the game, they kind of put more of the, the assault to it, or the fighting aspect of it, instead of the dodginess. Though I think it does dodge a bit more than the F90D, but here nor there. But they did put in the fact that it moves a hell of a lot faster. For the simple fact, you can move 3 to the Destroid, the Gundam D's 1. Now, speaking of Gundam D, Gundam Formula 90 Destroid type. The Destroid type is, it's basically made to be a support mobile suit. It is good at close and distance range and has overall better defenses than the other types of the Gundam suits. Which is why you see every time I got hit with something heavy with the D type, it plecked me. It didn't do much damage at all. Now, the armaments it has, the beam saber, the beam rifle, the Vulcan guns. It's also got a grenade launcher, a rocket launcher, the chain gun, and it also gets the crackers on its belt, or not a belt, but at the waist area. It has 2 grenade-like things called the crackers, like you saw in the game. If you watched the game, don't know. Maybe you're just watching this because somebody said something about F90. Oh my God, nobody knows. But yeah. Oh, also, unlike a lot of the other Gundams, Gundam F90 and F91 are installed with a ultra-compact Minovsky fusion reactor. That is the level of reactor that they put on fucking transport ships. The really powerful transport ships. Like the one you have to protect that gets blown up in like 2 hits. Yeah, But yeah, the Minovsky generators are really, really powerful. In fact, if you have set up right, you can do re-entry with a mobile suit and with a Minovsky generator. Which leads me to plunge type, which is the one I was talking about that's underwater. It's not exactly for underwater, but it was built for deep space, atmospheric re-entry, and underwater. Yeah. Though it's more okay, let me put it this way. Formula 90 plunge type. Think about how maneuverable the assault type is. And then make it more maneuverable, less able to take hits, less weapons. Plunge type, well, let's put it this way. Plunge type has the normal Vulcan guns. It does not have a beam rifle anymore. Instead, it has a beam cannon on mounted on its shoulder. that has a extra sensor. It's almost a sniper rifle in terms of how far away it can hit because of that extra powerful sensor. So yeah, it's like a sniper type. Even though it's not made for, it is not made for combat. The plunge type is not made for combat. Something they don't show in the game that you're not allowed to do. One of the things is Gundam F90 plunge type can actually do mobile armor mode because of the setup. What basically happens is the pack has frontal fins and a back fins and like jets on it, kind of like the assault type has jets. Except in this one, it's big enough. It comes over the top of the head of the Gundam F90 and encases the top, and then covers the sides, so it looks kind of like a small fighter. However, that removes the Vulcan armament, which means you're stuck with the sniper pew pew gun, which I'm not so sure is very powerful, but the thing moves fast enough it could probably stay at really long distances and be able to snipe. And unlike normal fighters, the extra long weaponry can swivel around in almost spherical pattern, so it can almost shoot in every direction. So yeah. And then there's the last of the F90 types. Here's the F90 Formula 90 VSBR type, or in the game it's just called V type. The full name of it is the F90 Variable Speed Beam Rifle type. Now, what this pack does, is it gives him, basically takes away the majority of his weaponry. No extra thrusters, but it gives him an increased Minovsky generator. So it allows him to produce more energy. The shield he gets in it is a energy shield, which keeps his weight down. So whenever he wants to block, he just turns on the Minovsky generator, holds up his arm, and a energy shield comes out of his arm. Also, he gets the minigun from the Destroid type. He also obtains one extra weapon, the Variable Speed Beam Rifle, also known as the Minovsky Particle Generator Rifle. It basically directly connects, it's basically like the Minovsky pack, and then hooked onto the Minovsky pack is the VSBR. What it does is, when he wants to use it, he holds his arm to the side, the thing lifts up into the front of him, and he hooks his hand into it and fires. Now, the Minovsky particles from that beam rifle are strong enough it can one-hit heavy mobile armors. It can take out assault carriers in a single hit. It'll plow right through the fucking armor. Yeah, it's really, really badass weapon. However, another thing they do with it, let me rephrase. It doesn't get the exact same Gatling gun. On its left arm, it gets the beam. It gets the shield, which is the Minovsky generator shield. On its right hand, it has a arm attached, the Gatling gun, kind of like I want to say like on War Machine, how he has that machine gun on his wrist. Except it's more like the Gatling gun on his shoulder. I guess imagine a Gatling gun mounted on his wrist, so more compact. Yeah. And on his shoulders, he's given Werners. The Werners. Sorry. He is given, a particular type of thruster. I'm trying to think of the name. Oh, not thrusters. They're heat packs. Because the Minovsky fusion generator produces so much heat, and he's given like one to power the suit and the other to power the fucking the VSBR. He has these fins, and when he fires off the beam rifle, the fins put out the heat. However, this gives a secondary effect. When he uses the variable speed beam rifle and it blows out that heat, it distorts the vision. It distorts the vision around them, so it makes it almost for you D&D nuts. It's like a displacer beast. It kind of makes it look like he's in more locations than he actually is in because it's displacing the visual of him. And of course, he does have the normal beam saber and the Vulcan gun. Now, that being said, doing studies from in the manga, doing studies from the F90V, they actually built another a particular future pilot's mother built the F91 off it. Seabrook Arno, I think is his name. I could be wrong. Correct me if you want to. But yeah, his mother built the Gundam F90. Well, had a hand in it to build the computer system and other things. There is one thing I forgot to mention about the F90. One of the things in the suit is it contains combat data from all the mobile suits from two particular pilots from the 1-year war. The first unit that they put in is all the combat data from Amuro Reyes Gundams, including the RX-78, what was the other Gundam he did? The RX-78, the new Gundam, High New Gundam, the frickin' all the other ones he's piloted, then I can't think of the name of, but yeah, they took all the data and put it in that unit, and then put that in F90, so F90 has all that combat data. They also took combat data from all of the mobile suits that Char Aznable had. So, they took Zaku 2 command unit, the fucking Char Aznable Rikdom, the Gelgog, the command Gelgog unit, the Hayaku Shiki, and they took all this combat data. There's more. He's probably got Sabazi and all those units, if they could find combat data for him, and they put this into this second unit too, and they put that in F90. Now F90 has all the combat data from Char and Armuro. Probably two, as far as the games are concerned, they are supposed to be the two best pilots in all the Gundam universes. It's debatable whether they actually are, but in game standards, they always, in every game they are in, they are the pilots with the best stats in every single game. Now, this makes me think that the F90's computer system is going to be really... It's going to be at a level that's near the Zero system or a SciComm unit, which is... it's kind of close. But, anyways, the F91. Well, the Gundam Formula 91 was built to kind of replace the F90 in all of its types, because they built it with, you know, Gundam alloy, extra ceramic composites, so it's actually got durability like the Destroid. It's got the extra Minovsky generator pack like the Gundam F90 VSBR has. The fins that it has, like the F90V, also act, because they modified them, as thrusters, so it can move faster, similar to the Gundam A. However, there's several things that were also added. Well, one of the things was, instead of a single variable speed beam rifle or the Minovsky generator rifle, it has a double generator rifle. Yeah, it has one hooked on each side that slide down and fire. Now, what this does is it produces an excessive, huge amount of heat, creating, yeah. Basically, what it does is it creates so much heat, it distorts him. And he can turn it up so great that it looks like... What it basically does is it creates an after image of F91. In fact, it's so great an after image that the you will actually pick up multiple F91s on radar, because it gives off the same chemical compound, because of the heat signature, that it acts like there's a group of Gundams coming in instead of just the one mobile suit. It still has the beam saber like all the other forms, the beam shield like all the other forms. It still has the machine gun cannon, except on this one it's prepped into its chest instead of on its arm or on a pack. It has the two variable speed rifles. It has the Vulcan gun. It also has a normal beam rifle, like from the Gundam A. It also has a beam launcher, like from the Mega Bazooka. It has a beam launcher, like from the Gundam A as well. It also has a new type of computer system called the biocomputer system. What it does is it's kind of like a Psychomu system, but in reverse, I guess. What it does is it feels what you want to do. Like, it goes off your instincts. However, because of how the biocomputer works, like a Psychomu unit, it can only be used by somebody that's a new type, which they don't really put in the games. Anybody can pilot the F91, but only new types can use it to its fullest. I guess anybody can use it, but the biocomputer system can only be the biocomputer system can only be operated by a new type. I'm guessing cyber new types could as well, but it also has, you know, the radiation fins like I was talking about before. But, oh, good lord. The F91, F90 VSBR is a beast. The F91 is a fucking killing machine. Oh, jeez. Because, I'm sorry, the one variable rifle, it was enough to take up almost anything. It's got two of these bad boys, and they just destroy everything. However, if we want to go into the actual later on stuff, there is actually more forms of Gundam F90. There's also a F91 twin VSBR type, which has two variable speed beam rifles below, and then two on the shoulders. So it has 4 cannons. Oh, good lord. The thing it's like a mobile fucking platform of doom. Then there's the HWF91, which is heavy weapons type. Yes, they actually made packs for F91 because even though it was general purpose, they still decided to add to it. Okay. What they did was they took and they gave it they basically took off the Minovsky pack, and instead they put on this other pack that's just, oh my god, as well. It's still got the Vulcans. Instead of having the variable speed beam rifles, it has 2 quad barrel beam Gatling guns hooked onto twin tubed anti-ship missiles, missile launchers. So it's got like 2 Gatling guns, beam Gatling guns. So it's still got the Minovsky generator pack, but it's different. It's got the Minovsky generator producing power for the beam rifle, the beam Gatling gun, instead of the big, heavy, uber-de-duber VSBR. The attack power is inferior, however, this is just spray and pray style, man. You just go back, everything. You just, oh my god, what the fuck. And yeah, it also still has the beam shield. It's also got twin beam sabers, the machine gun cannons in its chest and the Vulcans in its head. But yeah, good lord, the variations on the F91 just they make the variations on the F90 look like pussy types. But they're still the V90 was still the original, still the awesome, yeah. But yeah. That's my little chit-chat of Gundam F91 and Gundam F90 and its variables. Hope you enjoyed this little chat. I will try to put pictures up of all the different Gundams and their variables and their packs. Alright, well, I thank you for listening, and have a good day. Night. Not night, it's frickin' daytime. Later.